So up next, we have Mila Kingsley. Mila Kingsley is a trans woman that has been dedicating her life to the health, wellness, and social justice to her people around the world since she was 13 years old, while attending a youth group that provided meals, education, and service to those of impoverished communities and those with no access to health care. She is now an EMS crew for the state of Massachusetts and has been also providing community outreach to the Southeastern Massachusetts region for the LGBTQ Network as their outreach coordinator. Currently, she is enrolled into a local college to further her education and abilities to provide the sincere ambitions she has to better her community of people.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Tim, Naomi, Adi, and everyone that helped put this together. And all of us here that make sure that we're supporting the opposition to Trump's administration. In the last few days, in the last year, we have as a whole in the LGBTQ community across the world and here at home have endured much hate and infringements upon our rights, our liberties, and our happiness. We're attacked by those with weapons, and now apparently with our president in his pen. Quickly, before I get into a lot of what I wanted to discuss, I wanted to just share a personal experience I had with you. That happened recently. Just a few days ago, while coming back from the music retreat with friends, I had to stop into a service area on the highway to use the amenities. And so did my friend that I rode with. As we entered, I noticed a group of young adult males staring at me with what seemed to be disgust in their eyes. I'm used to that sort of thing, so I brushed it off and I continued on to the ladies' room. After having made some transphobic slurs and statements toward me that my friend overheard as I passed, they decided to follow me toward the ladies' room, where one of them decided to enter. I had already accessed my stall at the time, so it was only until I exited it that I noticed this young male standing in front of me. He had this malice and discontent in his heart, I could see, and had clenched fists. But luckily I wasn't alone. As a Middle Eastern lady had exited her stall just soon after I did, she was there again, standing on the side of me in front of this man witnessing this. We both stood there for a moment, and an amount of time passed. Not knowing what to expect, the man then ended up rushing out of the bathroom. I took a few minutes to take in what happened and what could have taken place if I were alone. Finally, after a few minutes of thought, I exited the ladies' room and then found them all four waiting for me. Luckily, yet again, my friend Frank was there at the entrance as well, as he knew to be wary of the situation and came by my side. Put his arm around my shoulder and asked if I was alright. Took a minute and I said, yeah, I think so. Now, this just happened 6 days ago in the state of Massachusetts, which is here, like in Rhode Island, a liberal and pro-LGBTQ state, and especially as far as the laws protecting us. However, these things continue to happen to me, and I'm sure some of you on a very regular basis. And it's just not okay. With recent agenda being pushed by Trump and his administration, we must stay strong and focused and realize this comes from a place of hate and ignorance, from people that are uneducated in what it means to be trans, or LGBTQ for that matter. The way we overcome this is by our hard work and education and dedication to our movement to disband this hate and powerful legislation and civil lawsuits, class action lawsuits if necessary, and small acts of local contributions to our society that impact that positive change. And all of that starts with you and me here talking about this today. And moving forward to our State House representatives, our senators, our attorney generals, LGBTQ lawyers and allies, to outreach organizations like the ones I'm part of, and create a network so strong that we not only take back our human rights, but our civil rights, and also a concrete truth within our government's infrastructure that all lives matter, that trans lives matter. As a side note, some of the small things we can do to bring change we want to see is stand up for one another. If you see something negative befalling one of your brothers or sisters, don't be afraid to speak out and continue to do what I know you already probably are doing in that fashion. Speak to random strangers or acquaintances when an opportunity seems to present itself, and educate each other on what it means to be trans or LGBTQ. Lastly is this: don't be afraid to show love to each and every person that you can. We all have bad days, and some days we piss each other off from time to time, but some days are better than others. There's already so many people clearly trying to create division, like our president. Do yourself all the justice. Love everyone you can while you live your lives. You know, it's not typically the things that you did that you regret. It's the things you didn't do. So all I have left to say to you is love big and unapologetically.